Well, it's definitely good to have you guys back, and it's definitely good to have you guys back after we won a football game. The last couple of weeks have been tough for the players, for the fans as well, because they've been very competitive games. But like we know, we don't have coaches here to be competitive. We want coaches here to win football games. So we're definitely glad we were able to do that this past weekend against Mississippi Valley. And we look forward to an exciting week this week. First of all, it's breast cancer awareness, but it's cancer awareness. I had my father pass from cancer, my brother passed from cancer, and Tyrone Jones, who played here at Southern University, also passed for cancer. So this is a special weekend because of the cause. It's a special weekend because of the situation we find ourselves in. This is an exciting weekend here at Southern University. It's going to be a high school weekend, but more importantly, your Jaguars have the opportunity after this football game to be in first place in the West, and that's what it's all about. So get excited about that. If you don't get excited about anything else, get excited about that and come into A.W. Mumford Stadium and have a blast.
Coach, talk about Nzikwe. I mean, you got great vision down the football field and gives you that spark of the running game.
Yeah, it was exciting. Nzikwe, Jerry Joseph, those guys actually had an opportunity to make somebody miss downfield as opposed to in the backfield. There were a couple plays where Sylvester had to do that as well, but the offensive line, they're coming along. Guys that have to play, some freshmen this past weekend had to play. Because of the things that the offensive staff has decided to do in terms of trying to pound the ball, which is different from what I was doing, I admit, we were able to gain some yardage.
30 times, did you anticipate him running that many times? Or is there a number in your head that says, all right, he's rushed for 22 times, let's get him out?
No, I didn't have a number in mind. What we knew we had to do, because of Rick Hayes give us a weather report every day, we knew it was going to be windy there. We knew we were going to try to get out of the first quarter without passing the ball too much. So we knew there would be a lot of runs in the first quarter or when we were going against the wind.
Coach, can you talk about LaQuinton Evans just stepping up his game and trying to make it a concerted effort to get him the ball as much as possible?
That's the thing. I think LaQuinton has been ready to step his game up the entire year. Unfortunately, we have not gotten him the ball as much as I would have loved for him to have the ball, and as much as he would have loved to have the ball. So we have to make an assertive effort to make sure he gets the ball in his hands, because we know what he can do when he does get the ball in his hands.
What does he have to do to go from here to here?
I think, first of all, we need to get him the ball more. We need to design some plays where they have to stop LaQuinton. And if they don't stop him, then let him do what he does. If they do, we have to have a secondary guy that they can go to. I think he has to run, be more explosive off the ball. That's what scouts want to see about him. Scouts come in, they're really excited about leadoffs. They talk about him all the time. They don't see that explosiveness from LaQuinton until after he has the ball in his hands. So they want to see him get better in that phase, and I tell him all the time. And hopefully he'll be a 1,000-yard receiver, and I know he needs close to 600 in order to do that. But hopefully he will do that. He ran a 4.34 and a 4.47. So if he gets some numbers, hopefully he'll be invited to the combine. There he'll get an opportunity to work out run routes, and they will be able to put him on his radar. The good thing about him is that Driver and other guys have gone from the SWAC and they've produced. So they know it's not a matter of the league, and now he's running a lot of the routes they're running in the league.
Coach, where does your quarterback situation stand, and how are you going to handle that this week?
I'm going to handle it. Dre is my starter. J.P. Douglas will come in the second half, and he'll play some. I want to know and that someone has my back, or they have the belief that I can get it done. and I want to treat my players the same way. But if I need to put a pinch hitter in or a relief pitcher, I'll do that.
Can you tell us about Prairie View? What have you seen from them so far this season? Having a good year?
Seen a lot. I mean, they're of course coached by Coach Northern, who's a Southern grad, and he coached here as well. It's going to be a great opportunity for him to come back home. Guys will be excited to play. They score a lot of points. They give up some points in they're not where they want to be in terms defensively on the rush. We give up a lot of rushing yards, but they do as well. But offensively, they love to run the ball. They have a quarterback that can pass and some receivers that can make it happen. But now is the time for Virgil Williams, LaMarcus Pettaway, Demetric Rogers. Now is the time for our guys who think they can play to step up to the task. It's our home. We didn't defend it well against Jackson State. And offensively, we had a lot to do with that, as well as special teams. So hopefully we will correct our errors that we made the past 3 games, and we'll be able to have a complete football game to help support the defense.
Coach, in this game, it looked like the linebackers were blitzing more. In the Valley game, they were blitzing more. Was that a situation that you saw a weakness in, or was that like adjustments on defense, say, look, we've got to start blitzing more to get to the quarterback?
Well, I think they wanted to do that, but what we did to try to combat some of that, we went out with more offensive linemen as opposed to what we've done in the past. We only had 2 wide receivers and 1 back in the ball game. So we kind of anchored, or we could determine what fronts they were going to do, and we had someone to pick up pretty much everybody. And Sylvester has been doing a fantastic job in picking up the blitz. He does a great job of running and catching, but I'm really amazed with his improvement as a pass protector.